set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. Taken in at the 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 41, Young lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Young will set to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by the 9th-year starter out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And it certainly hasn't taken Herbert long to earn his status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. Locked and loaded at every snap, and the second he sees an opening, that ball is soaring downfield. You better be on your toes against him on defense. The second you turn your head, he'll burn you.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. To throw is Carr. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Kamara up the middle. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. He gets this one to Johnson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A give. This is Kamara. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
1st and goal from the 3. Here's Carr to throw. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here we go.
From the 25 on second down. Young, open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Take it in at the 22. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that. I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Now they'll throw with Carr. His pass caught at the 4. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's got it. Touchdown. Traquan Smith from 4 yards out. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored, The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. It's Young off play action. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
We gotta be big time now. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Let's go right here. It's not big time, baby. We're gonna make a play, baby.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. A give running left. It's Sanders. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
second down, and it's Kamara again.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Carr. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down.
Back deep is Travis Carey.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
92 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Second down at 4.
The play fake, now Young.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. Don't do us like that.
So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And an official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
1st and 10, Young. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Young to throw it. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see them drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Carr going to throw. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Carr. Going for the deep ball, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here's Blake Gillikin now. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Down.
35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down. Young to throw it. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Young looks to throw on 1st down. And that's complete to Sanders. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Young to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
He's got a man. That's Marshall. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Again, it's Young. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here. Come on, baby. Rock and roll. Let's go, baby.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Saints. And they've had some success on the ground, and with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick from the 6. And able to get this out to the 25. And the Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second down, back to Sanders.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
They'll go again with Sanders. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here we go.
Eddie Pinheiro on now.
From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 6. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound, and the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 91 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Carr now to throw.
Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Carr. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. This is complete to Michael Thomas.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here's second and a yard.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Saints will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
From the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him.
He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. On 1st and 10, Young. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
All right, say it with me now. There's a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty.
Yep.
Wiley. Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll throw again. Young. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, Young. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
A first down throw for Young. Dancing to his left. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Connection made with Chenault. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. It'll be Young again. And that is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. And this a 39-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. He's got Smith here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
127 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. To throw is Carr. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. A gain there of 21 yards. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Let's go now, let's go. Oh, let's turn it up. Don't stop that.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
It's showtime, baby.
On the ground, this is Kamara, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
Now Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So it's a win here for the Saints, and it was Derek Carr, Charles, who was really the star of the show.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.